Dean Ray, welcome to Australian Musician.
Thank you.
You've lived the rock and roll lifestyle since you were pretty young, via your mum and dad travelling as musicians.
Yeah.
How much do you remember about those days?
Quite a bit, actually. Everything, it's like the foundations of who I am, I guess. Is all the travelling when I was a kid and playing music and hanging out backstage. Backstage is my favourite place in the world. It's just, it smells cool, it sounds good, you hear all the other bands on before you, and it's just this muffled awesomeness. It's a really nice vibe. I fell in love with that really, really quite young.
What about growing up? What do you actually listen to?
My parents had a lot of country rock in their collection. A lot of old country and a lot of country rock. So your Merle Haggards and Johnny Cash's, and then you got your Status Quos and Creedence, and there's a lot of that sort of stuff. A bit of Smokey. It's good. Needles and Pins. But yeah, I got a lot of that sort of vibe, and I guess all of that infuses itself in my style now, because I ventured off into more folk and bluegrass, and then found the blues, because the further I dug back into music, I found blues music was the inspiration for a lot of Western society music. And so it doesn't matter what style I'm playing, I feel that I'm infusing it with this old, a slightly country vibe and a bit of that Creedence vibe coming through,
So when did you first actually notice the guitar?
Guitars have always been around, but I didn't really... I admired the look of them. So my dad had a beautiful 79 Strat, and I used to just love the look of it. It was a natural blonde. And that was where my love of blondes began. But I always just admired the shape of a Stratocaster, but never had any intention to play the guitar until I was probably 13. And I just wanted to know about chords and to understand, because I was playing drums since I was about 4 years old, and in rehearsals I had no idea what people spoke about when they were like, it needs to be in a different key, or it needs this, you're playing this chord wrong. I was like, I don't know what these chords are. I want to understand that so I'm not totally bored when I'm in a rehearsal. And I haven't really played much drums since learning my first chord, which was that. Which was a D chord. I loved it. Played the hell out of that D chord for about 4 hours, and then I was like, man, I need to learn more of this. I feel like I'm supposed to be playing guitar.
You came to the attention of the Australian public through the X Factor originally. TV talent shows tend to polarise music fans. How do you look back at the whole experience now?
It did everything that I wanted it to do, and what I had in mind to get out of X Factor was experience with cameras and TV personnel and interviews, and I got all of this experience, and learning from people like Nat Bassingthwaite and Denny Minogue, and there's behind the scenes stuff that wasn't shown of me hanging out with these guys, like I'd have a jam with Ronan Keating, and we'd be talking about media and how to approach these situations and presentation of yourself and just being more professional, because there's levels. There's cover band level, which is where I was at, then it goes up a notch to your corporates and your touring and you're your own thing, and then it goes up again, and I wanted to learn about how to do these phases, to recreate myself into an artist, but a global sort of artist. And that was my main thing. It was mostly about experience, and then I got all the publicity as well, which has kick-started me into... I've been on tour now for 12 months, I haven't stopped. So it's a fantastic launching pad, really, those shows. You learn so much.
Are there artists that you look at and think, wow, I'd love to be able to write like that or perform like that, like music role models that you look up to?
Yeah, there's quite a few. I don't find myself a fan of many bands or artists, but I find myself respecting a lot. Because I'm in the same field. It's more of I don't have these fangirl moments where I'm like, oh my God. It's more of it's a respecting, because they're doing what you want to do. sort of thing. They're at levels that you want to get to, and you can learn from them. You know, like people, I love Bruce Springsteen, the way he performs, the way he interviews, everything that he's about to do with his company. You know, everything he does in the background. Performances, like on a guitar playing point of view, I love all the old blues guys, but the guys that would get lost in the music, like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Hendrix and B.B. King and John Mayer does it, and I just love that when they get totally lost in what they're doing and just play from some unknown destination that's not their mind. I think that's incredible.
So I Owe You is the current single, but where are you at with the next recording?
Well, I've been working on an album, and it's so close to being done, it's not funny. I'm just waiting on one song. There's a songwriter you can feel there's something about to happen. There's something good on its way, but I'm just letting it come naturally. I don't want to force it out. So, yeah, it's nearly done. I'm just waiting for that one song because I know I really want it. I'm feeling that it's gonna be fitting in with everything else on the record.
So we're almost at the end of the year. What's in store for 2016?
2016 is this album. That's my main focus, really, is to get it ready and get it out and promote the hell out of it and tour the hell out of it. And I want to try and spread it as far as I can around the globe. So that's why I don't want to just release something and have it go float around Australia. You know, I really want to be able to get to as many people as I can. So it needs to be ready for people who don't know who I am as well. You know, as people that do know who I am are waiting for something, they'll buy it. For people that don't, I'm going to need to really impress them, like blow them away for them to jump on the train as well.
Dean Ray, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
A heartache, a heartache.